This morning we read from the Gospel of Luke, the story of the Transfiguration. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, you might know that transfiguration means change. So look for what changes in this story. A reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verses 28 through 36. Now about 8 days after these sayings, Jesus took with him Peter and John and James, and went up on the mountain to pray. And while he was praying, the appearance of his face changed, and his clothes became dazzling white. Suddenly they saw two men, Moses and Elijah, talking to him. They appeared in glory and were speaking of his departure, which he was about to accomplish at Jerusalem. Now Peter and his companions were weighed down with sleep, but since they had stayed awake, they saw his glory and the two men who stood with him. Just as they were leaving him, Peter said to Jesus, "Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 dwellings, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah," not knowing what he said. While he was saying this, a cloud came and overshadowed them, and they were terrified as they entered the cloud. Then from the cloud, a voice said, "This is my son, my chosen. Listen to him." When the voice had spoken, Jesus was found alone. And they kept silent, and in those days told no one any of the things they had seen. May these words be to us our light and our life. Thanks be to God. I'd like to invite the children forward. I need some help with this message for all ages. So I'm going to have us face just a little bit of a different way today, so we can talk to everyone. So if you guys want to turn around and face this way, we'll tell this story together. And actually, to tell this story, it would help if we start on the carpet and then we're going to move up. How does that sound? So we'll start down there. So Jesus had been down with the people, talking and ministering, and he had been busy. Have you guys ever had that experience of being busy? What do you want to do when you're busy? Rest, maybe take a break. That's exactly what Jesus wanted to do. And Jesus sort of enjoyed hiking. Do any of you enjoy hiking? That's a way that I like to take a break too. So Jesus decided to take some disciples with him and go hiking up the mountain. So why don't we hike up the mountain, up these 2 steps together? So they all got up on the mountain, and what did they see? They saw God, and they saw Jesus' face shimmering. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of shimmer, if you guys each want to take one. And it was sort of like they were at this amazing party. You know, these beads are sort of like this amazing party that we have at Mardi Gras. So they're all shimmering. There you go, Ellie. There you go. There you go. They got caught. And one for our friend over here. Would you like some beads? You don't have to take them. That's okay. So we've all got some shimmer. And the disciples had their shimmer, and they sat down. So we can all sit down. And they said, "This is such a beautiful shimmer. This is such a fun party. I want to stay here forever." Have you guys ever had that feeling? You were so happy, so joyful, you wanted to stay in that place forever? Yeah? Well, I'm going to tell you guys a little story of when I wanted to stay someplace forever. When I was growing up, I played softball, and I had a pretty strong arm, so I played third base. I could throw the ball pretty far. And so when I was in 3rd grade, my softball team was really good. So I got to play third base. I was so excited. Our pitcher always threw strikes, and our catcher always caught the ball. And our first baseman always tagged the runner out. It was a really good team, and we were so excited to be together. And that year, we won the championship. It was so exciting. We felt like we were up on the mountaintop. We felt like we were shimmering. It was pretty exciting. But at the end of the season, we didn't want the next season to begin. We didn't want to have to go back down the mountain and start over again. We had already done the best and greatest thing that we could do. We wanted to stay on that mountaintop, stay in that shimmer forever. Well, I wonder if you guys have ever felt like that with your faith. Has anyone ever felt like that with their faith? You have a really good experience. You might feel God's presence. You might feel the community surrounding you, and you want to stay in that place forever, right? Have you guys ever felt that before? Maybe in the procession this morning, like, I want church to be this fun all the time. Yeah? But what God said to those disciples on the mountaintop, what God says to us, is that we don't get to be on top of the mountain all the time. We have to go back down. What does it mean in our faith to go down the mountain? What do you guys think it might mean? If up on the mountaintop is being really, really happy and excited, having such a great experience, what might going down the mountain be? Being sad? Maybe being mad? Maybe feeling like God is really far away? Have you guys ever felt that before? Yeah, that can be a really, really hard feeling to have. So we can act that out. Do you guys want to practice going down the mountain? Let's climb down the mountain together. So now we're kind of down here. Does that feel different to be down the mountain? No? Well, let's see if we can put it in our bodies. So let's think about a time when we felt that way and feel what that feels like. It's a hard feeling. We don't like feeling that way. But guess what? The disciples went down the mountain. The disciples might have felt really difficult feelings, but you can keep your necklace, Ashley, because guess what? Guess what? There is good news about going down the mountain. Those disciples had been changed. They had gotten this shimmer when they met God on the mountaintop. And their souls were kind of shimmering. And when your soul shimmers, you take a little bit of that happy feeling, a little bit of that God feeling, you can take that with you. You can take that with you. They had been filled up by God's love. Is that shimmer in your heart, Ashley? No? Well, you can hold it in your heart. You can hold it in your heart. You can keep that shimmer with you. And they carried that shimmer on their journey. So no matter if we're on top of the mountain or at the bottom of the mountain, we can carry that shimmer with us. So with my softball team, as we got ready for the next year, I was super grumpy about it. I was really not excited to play because there was no way that this new team would be as good as the old team. There was no way we'd win the championship again. There was no way we could get all the way to the top of the mountain. And you know what? That's true. We didn't win the championship. But the truth was that wasn't the important part. We had all been changed by our experience on that team. And you know what we did? We felt our own shimmer. We all got to use our own gifts. We felt that love. But we also got to see other people's shimmer. So let's all put our necklaces on again. Let's put them around our necks. And look straight ahead at your neighbor. Can you see your necklace very well when you're looking straight ahead at your neighbor? No, but what can you see? You can see your neighbor's necklace, right? Right. So that's sometimes happens. When we go down the mountaintop, we can't always see the shimmer. Sometimes the shimmer feels far away. Sometimes the shimmer feels hard to see. But that's why we're in this community together. That's why we do church together, because we can say, I see your shimmer. I see that God's love is shimmering in each and every one of you, and that is good news. Do you guys see the shimmer in your neighbor? Yeah. Some of your neighbors you might know better than others, like maybe your sibling is sitting around here, and you know that person has God's shimmer within them. And that's what we do together. We get to know each other so we can point out that shimmer. So today we're back on top of the mountain. You guys want to come back on top of the mountain? And we're celebrating Mardi Gras. Does anyone know what Mardi Gras means? What those two words mean? No? Anyone? Fat Tuesday. So Fat Tuesday is actually this coming Tuesday. We're celebrating a little bit early, and it's a shimmery day. It's a day when we have a big party, when we celebrate, when we have a joyful and loud and fun encounter with God and with each other. But we're about to enter this journey of Lent. And have you guys heard of the season of Lent before? No, Lent is a season that will go from this Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, all the way until Easter. And it's a season when we think and we reflect and we try to go on a journey with Jesus and with God, just like those disciples did down the mountain. And in Lent, we go up and down and up and down. We have all different kinds of experiences of God. But what we know is that even though it feels good to be on the mountaintop, that God's love is with us the whole way, that we can carry that shimmer with us. And you know what else? We can carry our neighbors with us too. That shimmer that we see in each other, that's what we're going to try to find in Lent. To see each other's shimmer, to follow Jesus, to know that we're on this journey together, that we're not alone, and that God's love shimmers within us. So I want to invite you guys to turn to someone sitting next to you. You can get in groups of 2 or 3, and grown-ups, you can do it too. Turn to someone sitting next to you. And tell your neighbor, I see your shimmer. Children, each and every one of you, I see your shimmer. I see the love of God shimmering within your soul. That brings me so much joy. And grown-ups, each and every one of you, I see your shimmer. I see God's light shining from within you. Friends, we're about to embark on a journey, and that shimmer is going to be with us no matter what. Amen.